Shayna Baszler was one of the names that was mentioned, and the story around her, some folks were saying age came into play. I think I feel like a lot of it may have been that they didn't know what to do. 5 years ago, Shayna Baszler was like a whole zombie, biting chunks out of people, and they was bleeding on Raw. I remember I was about to do a
beginning
whole
of the end, babe.
I was about to do a whole screening that night of what was the photo, that Issa Rae movie with Lakeith Stanfield. I was about to watch that movie. We're sitting out there like 10 minutes before. I'm on Twitter like, yo, she bit somebody and got chunks of their like, what is going on here? It's like Cesaro though, Claudio Castagnoli. They have people that got talent. They don't know what, and I mean, part of it could be, I don't know what the talent's giving them, but they're not getting Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville getting bounced out after PFC got all that TV time on Raw. What was the point?
Mm-hmm. So the only one left now is evil Tisha Campbell.
I was gonna say was Zoe Stark. I don't know if I saw her on Raw, but she'd only been with them. I don't know what their plans for her. She's good, but I don't know what their plans for her are.
That's correct. I always thought they had trouble, like with the exception of maybe like a Kurt Angle and a Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Like folks that are booked as like legit shoot fighters. I never thought they were particularly booked well.
It's rough, right?
I thought Shayna Baszler came from NXT on fire.
She did. She it was they built her up because she was undefeated, right?
She was undefeated. Well, I don't know. I just know she was choking everybody the fuck out.
I think she at least had a streak.
Mean Gina is amazing.
Damn, I'm gonna have to put Mean Gina down on the names.
Mean Gina is amazing.
Mean Gina's very good. Gina's very good. No, I remember there was a lot of steam when she first hit the main roster, but then what? Like she was just
and then she started biting people.
Mm-hmm. Well, one person, right? One person.
She bit one person, yes.
Well,
yeah. She bit one person, and then she ended up.
She deserved
and it was like, for what? Yeah, she did. She did.
But she beat everybody in the chamber, and then it went downhill.
Yeah, yeah. They've never really done right by what her potential. I think even like on the internet, she's got more of a personality and character than she'd ever had or been able to have in WWE. Mimi, you were mentioning that on Turnbuckle Talk this week, y'all were having conversations about and we'll probably talk a little bit more about it later, but you were talking about how folks were kind of pro Shayna landing in AEW to be the person to face Toni Storm.
Yes, Corey was saying he thinks he not to fantasy book, but he thought that would be the best bet. We talked about her joining that faction. What is that faction? That her girl is there.
Marina,
the
Death Riders.
Yeah, the Death Riders. Joining them and her maybe Marina being like, because she's not that good, right? Marina, or is she good?
She's not bad.
Yeah, she's not really done much, but been Moxley's muscle for a while.
Well, Shayna would be the ultimate muscle.
Is Mimi, I don't know if you know, is this the word from the Foot Locker stock room? Or
yes,
that's pretty good.
Yes,
that's good.
Straight, live, and direct.
God damn.
The stock room sheets.
The stock room.
That's a shame. That's a shame. I'm sorry.
But that would be a better look than Mercedes just collecting belts. And you know what I mean? And so and he actually said he thought it would be believable. I was shocked. And I believe it too. I think Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné may be on the same wavelength as it pertains to, or almost there as it pertains to wrestling. but I don't like the idea of Mercedes taking that belt off of Toni Storm, because it's just so like she's so good. I like the idea of Shayna coming in, like Corey said, and taking that belt off of Toni Storm, and then letting Mercedes go after Shayna. That's what I would want.
What you saying, man?
Cal? You know what I'm saying, Cal?
Well, because me and Matt was all right. So earlier, I saw that New Japan's Resurgence show is tomorrow night, May 9th. Mercedes, and this is where the conversation starts, because Mercedes currently has the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. She's got the undisputed British Women's Championship as well as the TBS title currently. She's defending the Strong Women's Championship. Is it AZM?
Mm-hmm.
And Mina Shirakawa tomorrow night. Math.
Yes, sir.
You said Mercedes losing that title tomorrow night?
Absolutely.
You think so? Why? Why do you feel that way? Tell me why. Tell me.
I think she loses. To let something go.
Because it's too heavy? Too many gifts?
Possibly. I didn't say that. I think she lets that go. I think she wins the Owen Hart. But I don't.
Wait. Well, that was the thing, right? Because it goes. So tomorrow night, she's defending the Strong Women's Championship in a triple threat. Double or Nothing on the 25th of May. She's facing Jamie Hayter in the finals of the Owen Hart Women's tournament. She can have that big ass cup. And
Corey, you soft as a you soft as pudding. Anyway, go ahead.
You soft as pudding. Fleece Johnson. No, in the future. In the future.
Corey, hit my line. I send you the link. I ain't gonna let them niggas talk about you like that.
Hey.
No,
because the last time we invited Corey to be on a live, he said, "Oh, I can't make it. I gotta go."
Because that's weird.
I gotta go. He had to go bowling.
I gotta go bowling. So I mean, what you want me to do?
That's weird, cuz I ain't like it.
It's what happened. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that again.
So the thought math is that Mercedes is gonna lose the New Japan title on Friday, but then win the Owen Hart tournament and then lose to Toni Storm.
Have her, so she could possibly win Friday. I'm just taking a shot at the dog, but I don't have her beating Toni Storm. Toni Storm, again, these are just my views. Toni Storm just took a loss to Mariah May.
Yes,
which is somebody who just walked into the Federation
and is just trying to walk out
and about to walk out
and is marching her ass up out of there.
Right.
I don't know if somebody who has been the cornerstone of the company, she carried the company. Let's keep it apart.
Who?
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm. Okay.
She carried the company.
That's what you were saying earlier. She's been the one she's been holding it down.
She was the thing that people were tuning in to see. That's just me talking.
No, you're correct. It especially in the time of the Death Riders and whatnot, there's been a lot of nonsense, and Toni Storm has been consistently the best on the TV
every week. Yeah. And then we got Mariah May, who she took a clean L to.
Yes.
She ended up coming back, winning the title back, and now we're gonna see her take another L to Mercedes.
Yeah.
So I will say, I'll say either one of them is fine. Let me stop lying. Toni Storm is fine with the loss. What they've been doing because a loss to Mercedes ain't a regular loss.
Nigga, she ain't lost yet.
Right? So a buildless loss for Mercedes to me makes no sense. Ain't no build yet.
No,
now the win here, and then they circle back at a bigger event makes sense as that loss. because there's a build to the loss. But just a random loss would be just bad booking. It would.
Oh, what's the random loss?
That's losing in a match is a random match.
No,
It's their first match.
It'd be their
It's
first
Right.
match.
Like it ain't no, they don't have a story other than the tournament.
Yeah. No, it's
That's-
it's the tournament winner facing the champion.
That's what
That
I'm
would be-
saying.
That would be
They
the
don't have, which is why Mercedes winning now makes sense. And then them circling back when they're ready to finish the belt collector. But
yes.
it ain't time to end that belt collector yet.
So she ended Athena's run, right?
Right.
She came in, won the TBS title.
Mhm.
She got the strong women's title.
Mhm.
She got the British heavyweight championship of Bermuda.
Yes.
Like at some point in time,
You got to add the horn. You got
She
to add the
can't-
horn to that.
So,
Give it a horn first.
the horn. So she has the horn.
Toronto.
She has the horn.
The horn.
So that's a belt as well. So
It's
you
a
got
cup.
her, but she wins. She gets a belt as well.
I'm assuming so. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they
they've
give
been
a
giving
cup in
belts
the
the last
past,
few
but
years.
they've only
Yeah.
been showing a cup though.
But they gave a little belt.
They give belts.
All I've been
Maybe
seeing
it's
is a
both,
cup.
or
We'll
maybe
see
the
what
cup is the replacement.
happens. Maybe the
But
cup is to
either
put
way-
all the belts in.
She's
So
gonna
she's
hold the
getting the-
cup
She's
and the
getting
belt.
cup and the
She's got-
belt.
Yeah.
So she's not losing for another 6 months.
This is
Quite possibly.
this is why I asked about Resurgence, because I can't see Mercedes being on a world tour. I'm gonna lose this and then go back and the way they did FTR, the way they did it was Eddie Kingston. There's a Kenny Omega. They go through that period. They win all them damn belts. And then one by one, and it's usually within like a month or so, they do the
lose
New
them all.
Japan show. They do they'll do the British show. They'll do whatever AEW show. Probably I want Forbidden Doors in the O2 in London this year. There's another show in between now and then. I think we're gonna at least see Mercedes holding these titles through a good part of the summer.
Oh yeah.
She
Maybe
may have a
till,
little radio
is it
flyer
Texas?
wagon or something. All in Texas is June.
That's June.
Now that makes sense because you can build to, oh, she beat her this time and such. Because she's gotten, here's the problem is why would you have a belt collector and she ain't collected the main belt? So she's got to collect the main belt before it's over.
The only thing that trips me up is that TBS title.
So what? So I don't. I feel like you got to lose them.
Thank you, Corey. July, not June. Stock room.
Oh, that's on the stock room wall.
Stock room sheet said that pay-per-view was July, not June. Thank you. Do you need to start watching the show?
Yeah,
You should.
yeah.
You
That
should-
makes sense.
I'll
If
say
you
you
wanna
should
talk
at least
about
be watching Dynamite for Toni Storm.
Yeah.
That's the best part of AEW.
That's
It's been
the
the
part
best
that
part.
I watch. I watched that.